All right, Shalom, Yasha Allah, back with another GMS on the go. I'm Brother Nakum. I'm with the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before I go any further, I'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone from teaching us this truth according to the Bible and who rule well. And a double shalom to all the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth from righteousness and sincerity to the best of your ability. And I was able to get up today through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai. Yahweh, that's what the word ignorantly calls God, which his name means he is or he exists. And Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son, which his name means he saves or he delivers. And I'm just going to get to a Lord willing edifying lesson today on the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai kills. I'm going to say that again. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai kills. So without further ado, I'm going to dive into it, grab my first precept, and Lord willing, the elect of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, are edified. All right. This is 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, killeth. That's right. So Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the God of the Bible, they're the ones doing all the killing upon the face of the earth. You see, they're the ones putting you wicked people to death upon the face of the earth. You see? The times that we're fastly approaching, the times that we're coming into, Yahweh Bashim Shah, they're going to put 2/3 of these so-called Negroes, Latino Americans to death by the way of teeth of wild beasts, these different animals, by the way of these pestilence, these different diseases, by the way of Leviathan, by the way of Bigfoot, by the way of these FEMA camps with the guillotine inside them to chop your head off, by the way of these 200 million ICBM missiles, which will destroy America, by the way of these chariots, which the word Ickling calls UFOs, with the laser beam of fire coming down from the bottom of it, you see, and so forth and so on. At the end of the day, it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai, the God of the Bible, that's doing all the killing upon the face of the earth. All credit goes to them. Read that from the top again. This is 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai killeth and maketh alive. That's right. So not only does Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai kill, but they also have the power to make you alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. That's right. And the grave symbolizes hell. So the Lord will bring you down to hell, to a lower state. In the same way that Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai will bring you down to hell, to a lower state, they'll also bring you up from that lower state. But the point is, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai is the one doing all the killing upon the face of the earth. They're the ones putting you wicked people to death upon the face of the earth. So I'm going to grab my next precept. And again, Lord willing, the elect of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, are edified. All right, here we go. This is Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. That's right. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai, Yahweh being Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son, they're the one and only living true power. There is not another power. There is not another God beside them in the heavens, telling them what to do, bossing them around, giving them orders. You see, all these false gods who are no gods that are being worshipped and promoted, like Allah, Buddha, the Hindu goddess Shiva, Santa Maria, Haile Selassie, Baphomet, they're not with Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai. You see, they're not beside Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai because they're not real. Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai stands alone. It reads on, I kill, That's right. So again, just back into the last scripture you read, so like just back into the last scripture we just read, 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6, the Lord the one doing all the killing upon the face of the earth. You see? The Lord Yahweh Shemashah, the one putting you people to death upon the face of the earth. So when you see somebody getting a judgment and you see somebody dying by the way of these teeth of wild beasts, these animals, these house fires, these plane crashes, these car crashes, these floods, these tsunamis, these tornadoes, these massacre shootings, these heart attacks, stroke, aneurysm, you name it. Guess who's behind it? Guess who's pulling the strings to make that happen? It's Yahweh Shema Shah. They're the ones doing the killing. They're the ones putting you people to death. It reads on. I kill and I make alive. That's right. So again, not only does Yahweh Shema Shah kill, but they also have the power to make alive. It says, I wound and I heal. Self-explanatory. You hurt yourself, you get injured. It's Yahweh Shema Shah that wounded you. But at the same time, they also have the power to heal you from that wound. It says, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. That's right. Going back to Hebrews 10 and 31. That's why it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh Shema Shah, the true and living power. Because can't nobody deliver you, meaning can't nobody save you out of their hands. Not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister, not your cousin, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, not your friend. Nobody can save you out of the hands of Yahweh Shema Shah when they got their eye set on you, when they want to bring judgment upon you. It would just be you and Yahweh Shema Shah. That's it. But the point, Yahweh Shema Shah is the one doing all the killing. They're the ones putting you people to death. So I'm going to grab my next precept. All right. This is Psalms chapter 68, verse 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation. That's right. And you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, who are the real biblical Hebrew Israelites, who is your power? Who is your God? Yahweh Shema Shah. And not only is Yahweh Shema Shah our God, not only are they our power, but they're the power of our salvation. First and foremost, starting with the elect of the nation of Israel on this side. You see? Yahweh Shema Shah will be the reason why the elect of the nation of Israel on this side will get saved. To will eventually all Israel will be saved in the kingdom. It reads on. And unto God, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, belongeth the issues from death. That's right. So the issues from death of you people dying upon the face of the earth, guess who's in control of that? Yahweh Shema Shah. The issues from death belongs unto Yahweh Shema Shah. You see? Yahweh Shema Shah, they know the exact year, they know the exact month, the exact day, the exact time, meaning the hour, the minute, the second, on when you're going to be put to death. Yahweh Shema Shah, they know the exact way on how you're going to be put to death. Why? Because Yahweh Shema Shah is the one preparing your funeral. Yahweh Shema Shah, the one setting up your funeral. Because the issues from death belongs to them. They're the ones doing all the killing. All right. This is Job chapter 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent. And that's a question. And that word perish means to die. So anybody who perished from off the face of the earth by the God of the Bible, because as we read, in the previous scriptures, it's Yahweh Shemashah, the one that's doing all the killing upon the face of the earth. So all these people who are perishing from off the face of the earth by Yahweh Shemashah, well, they wasn't perishing off the face of the earth. They're not dying off the face of the earth because they're innocent, because they ain't never do no wrong. They're perishing because they're wicked as all hell. Mainly getting on you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, 2/3 of y'all. You see, because we were the ones given the right ways to know how to conduct ourselves, to know how to walk. But 2/3 of our people, they want to follow after their oppressor Esau, the so-called white man, in these other nations, and do what these other nations are doing. So therefore, you're leaving Yahweh Shemashah no choice but to put you to death. You see? But to make you perish from off the face of the earth, right along with these other nations. It reads on. Or where were the righteous cut off? And the righteous, the ones who were doing the will of Yahweh Shemashah, they were never cut off. You see, but the point is, nobody's innocent. So if you're perishing from off the face of the earth, it wasn't because you was innocent. It was because you was being wicked as all hell, going against the word of Yahweh Shemashah, doing your own thing. You see? So it's Yahweh Shemashah, the one that's doing all the killing upon the face of the earth. They're the ones putting you wicked people to death upon the face of the earth. They're the reason why 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans are perishing from off the face of the earth. So that's my lesson. Lord willing, the elect of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, were edified. Before I go any further, I'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone from teaching us this truth according to the Bible and rule well. And a double shalom to all the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of ability. Till next time, shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah.